The courtroom is packed. Cameras are rolling. Judge Judy enters with her usual energy, quick, sharp, and fully in control. Her gavel strikes once, and the room falls silent. Judge Judy, this is case number 28, Harris vs. Miller. She adjusts her glasses and looks directly at the plaintiff. Mr. Harris, you're here because you claim the defendant, Mr. Miller, violated a protective order against you, by making eye contact. Is that correct? Mr. Harris shifts in his seat. Yes, Your Honor. He wasn't supposed to even look at me. The audience stirs, a few heads turn. Judge Judy raises an eyebrow. Judge Judy, so, you're telling me he didn't call you, didn't message you, didn't come near you, but he looked at you? Mr. Harris, yes. And it scared me. Judge Judy, interesting. Mr. Miller, you two were family once, weren't you? Mr. Harris, he's my ex-brother-in-law, Your Honor. Judge Judy, ah. The gift that keeps on giving, family drama. My courtroom's favorite topic. A soft chuckle rolls through the room. Judge Judy, let's start from the beginning. There's a protective order because he assaulted you, correct? Mr. Harris, yes, ma'am. Last year, outside my sister's house. He attacked me after an argument. Judge Judy, and you got a restraining order immediately after that? Mr. Harris, correct. Judge Judy, no contact of any kind. That means no calls, no texts, no visits, and yes, no gestures or eye contact if it's threatening. You understand that, Mr. Miller? Mr. Miller, yes, Your Honor. I understand. Judge Judy, so, Mr. Harris, describe what happened. Mr. Harris, I was at work, outside the hardware store. I turned around, and there he was across the parking lot. Just staring at me. He didn't say anything, but he smirked. Like he was mocking me. Judge Judy tilts her head. Judge Judy, how long did this so-called stare last? Mr. Harris, maybe 5 or 6 seconds, but it felt like forever. Judge Judy, did he approach you? Mr. Harris, no, but he didn't have to. The look said everything. Judge Judy looks toward Mr. Miller. Judge Judy, and you, Mr. Miller, claim this was an accident? Mr. Miller, yes, Your Honor. I was there to buy dog food. I saw him by chance. Judge Judy, and you expect me to believe that the man you're forbidden to contact just happened to be standing in front of your gaze at the grocery store? Mr. Miller, yes, ma'am. It wasn't planned. Judge Judy leans back. Judge Judy, well, this is already sounding like a soap opera, and we're just getting started. Judge Judy, Mr. Miller, let me be clear. When a court says no contact, it doesn't mean don't talk. It means stay away. Physically, emotionally, and visually. Are we on the same page? Mr. Miller, yes, Your Honor, but I didn't know he'd be there. Judge Judy, fine. So, tell me, what happened next? Mr. Miller, I walked out of the store, carrying a bag of dog food. I saw him near the parking lot entrance. I froze for a second. I didn't say a word. Then I went to my car and left. Judge Judy, and during that freeze, you made eye contact. Mr. Miller, maybe for a second. I didn't think it meant anything. Judge Judy, but it did mean something, to him. You know your history. You know how much tension there is between you two. You can't pretend a stare means nothing when you've already assaulted the man once. Mr. Harris nods, his hands trembling slightly. Mr. Harris, he looked at me like he wanted to start again, Your Honor. It wasn't just a stare, it was a threat. Mr. Miller, defensive, that's not true. I didn't even smile. I was just tired and wanted to go home. Judge Judy, you didn't smile. Mr. Harris, interrupting, he smirked. It was deliberate. Judge Judy slams her gavel. Stop. I don't need both of you shouting. This isn't a playground. She flips through the case file. Judge Judy, let's see. The protective order was issued after an assault in March. It clearly states no direct or indirect contact. That includes showing up in the same place on purpose, correct? Mr. Harris, yes. Judge Judy, but if it was purely accidental, that's another story. Did you call the police after this supposed violation? Mr. Harris, yes. I reported it that same day. Judge Judy, and what did they say? Mr. Harris, they told me to document everything and contact the court. Judge Judy turns back to Mr. Miller. Judge Judy, were you aware he worked there? Mr. Miller, no, Your Honor. I didn't even know he had that job. Judge Judy, that's convenient. But let's find out if you're telling the truth. She looks toward the clerk. Do we have the security footage from the parking lot? The clerk nods and plays the video. The screen shows a quiet parking lot. Mr. Harris exits the store. Mr. Miller appears near his car, they lock eyes for several seconds. Judge Judy narrows her eyes. Judge Judy, Mr. Miller, that's not just a glance. That's a stare. You even stopped walking. Mr. Miller sighs. I froze. I didn't mean anything by it. Judge Judy, intent doesn't erase intimidation. The camera pans to Mr. Harris, his eyes red, his voice shaky. Judge Judy, Mr. Harris, you look upset. What's going on? Mr. Harris, I'm tired, Your Honor. I moved to a different neighborhood, changed my phone, blocked his number, but I still feel like he's following me. Judge Judy, calmly, I understand. Living in fear isn't living at all. Mr. Harris, exactly. When I saw him in that parking lot, it all came back, the fight, the hospital, the nightmares. Judge Judy, how old are you, Mr. Harris? Mr. Harris, 24. Judge Judy, and you live with your mother now? Mr. Harris, yes. I had to move back for safety. Judge Judy turns to Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, when you assaulted him, what caused it? Mr. Miller, it was a misunderstanding. He accused me of stealing from my sister. I lost my temper. I regret it. Judge Judy, did you plead guilty? Mr. Miller, yes, ma'am. I didn't want to drag my family through court. Judge Judy, so you admit you're capable of losing control. Mr. Miller, I've been in therapy since then. Anger management. Judge Judy, good. But part of anger management is staying away from your triggers. And from what I can see, your biggest trigger is sitting right across from you. Mr. Miller lowers his gaze. Judge Judy, do you have a job now? Mr. Miller, I do some part-time work. Deliveries. Trying to stay on track. Judge Judy, then stay on your own path. Don't wander into someone else's. Mr. Harris wipes his tears. Judge Judy, Mr. Harris, you're not weak for being afraid. Fear is a response to danger, and clearly, you've been through plenty. Mr. Harris, thank you, Your Honor. I just want to feel safe. Judge Judy, that's exactly why these orders exist. The courtroom is silent. The tension finally feels personal, real lives, real pain. Judge Judy looks at both men. This isn't about winning. It's about healing, and knowing where your limits are. Judge Judy, now, do we have any witnesses to confirm this so-called encounter? Mr. Harris, yes, my co-worker, Samantha Lopez. She saw everything. Judge Judy, bring her in. A young woman walks to the stand nervously. Judge Judy, state your name. Samantha Lopez. Judge Judy, you work with the plaintiff? Samantha, yes, at the hardware store. Judge Judy, tell me exactly what you saw. Samantha, it was around noon. I was on my lunch break outside. I saw Mr. Harris heading to his car. Then I noticed a man standing across the parking lot staring at him. At first, I thought maybe they knew each other, but then I saw the tension. Mr. Harris froze. The man didn't move. It felt uncomfortable. Judge Judy, did that man ever speak or approach him? Samantha, no, he just stared. Then got into his car and left. Judge Judy, how long did that last? Samantha, maybe 5 seconds, but it was intense. Judge Judy turns to Mr. Miller. Judge Judy, well, there's your witness, Mr. Miller. Do you have anything to say? Mr. Miller, I wasn't trying to scare him. I just didn't expect to see him. Judge Judy, and yet you stayed long enough to make it uncomfortable. Mr. Miller, I froze, Your Honor. Honest mistake. Judge Judy glances at the bailiff. Bring up the restraining order document. She reads aloud. The defendant shall have no direct or indirect contact with the plaintiff, including verbal, physical, or visual contact that may be perceived as threatening or harassing. Judge Judy, Mr. Miller, that includes eye contact. You signed this order. Mr. Miller, I didn't realize. Judge Judy interrupts, that's your problem. You don't realize until it's too late. Samantha looks at Mr. Harris sympathetically. Judge Judy, thank you, Ms. Lopez. You may step down. The courtroom murmurs as she leaves. Judge Judy folds the papers neatly. Judge Judy, all right, I've heard enough. The tension is thick. Both men wait for the verdict. Judge Judy takes a deep breath and begins. Judge Judy, Mr. Miller, the law doesn't just punish violence, it prevents it. When a judge signs an order like this, it's not a suggestion. It's a line you never cross. Mr. Miller nods silently. Judge Judy, you may have thought that stare was harmless, but to a victim, it's a message. It says, I'm still here. And that's intimidation. Mr. Miller, I didn't mean it like that. Judge Judy, intent doesn't erase impact. You need to understand how your actions are perceived. She turns to Mr. Harris. Judge Judy, Mr. Harris, you did the right thing reporting it. Fear shouldn't rule your life. The court will always protect those who respect the process. Mr. Harris nods, visibly relieved. Judge Judy, now, as for you, Mr. Miller, I'm not sending you to jail today, but I am extending your protective order for another year. One more incident, and you'll face criminal contempt. Do you understand me? Mr. Miller, yes, Your Honor. I understand. Judge Judy, good. Because next time, I won't be this patient. She slams the gavel. Judge Judy, case dismissed. The courtroom releases a collective sigh. Mr. Harris exhales, his shoulders finally relaxing. Mr. Miller lowers his eyes, realizing his mistake has consequences. As the audience begins to leave, Judge Judy looks into the camera and delivers her closing thought. Judge Judy. Protective orders aren't pieces of paper, they're shields for people who need peace. If the court tells you to stay away, that means stay away completely. No calls. No visits. Not even a glance. The gavel echoes one last time. The screen fades to black.